Guys, so I realized that we are long overdue for a Shop My Stash video, so we are just going to dive right into it. The theme for this one is going to be summer makeup. So we're going to go through my collection together and pick a full face of products, and then after that we'll do a little get ready with me using those products. So this first drawer is mainly like my everyday products, project pan items, things like that. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the products that I know I'll be using from here, like my mascaras, my brow pomade, brow gel, eye primer. I might use this liner that's in my project pan, so I'll go ahead and grab that just in case. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for my eyeshadow. And then these are some of my other project pan items. I might come back to those, but a lot of times I do like to kind of take a break from my project pan items in these Shop My Stash videos, so we'll see about that. So this next drawer is base products, and I'm going to reach for my CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I have really been enjoying this summer. For a while, I didn't love this foundation, or I felt like it was kind of finicky, but lately I have loved it every time I've used it. So I don't know, I guess this is just a really good summer foundation for me, so I'm going to grab that. I do, of course, have my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in my project pan, but I think I want to use something different. I'm going to go with my E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I love this concealer. I think this is my #1. In fact, I know it is out of these. So yeah, this one is just always so beautiful. I might just go without setting spray. Lately I've been preferring no setting spray and no primer, so we're just gonna skip that. I think for summer, like the fewer steps the better. These are cream products. So let's see, I feel like I used this in either my last Shop My Stash or the one before it, but this is such a great summer bronzer, the Soul Body Bronzing Balm in Fair. I think I am going to use this one anyway. I just love this one, and it really is perfect for the summertime. So easy and effortless. For blush, these are great for summer. These are the All Good Get Glowing Lip and Cheek Tints. And what's nice about them is they actually have an SPF of 15, which is just a nice little bonus SPF. I have two shades, Jam and Coral. One is like more cool mauvey, and the other is more like warm. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure where this look is going to go, but I think I'm going to aim for more of like a warm, summery, corally look. So I'm going to grab this one, which is the shade Coral. I think this will be a perfect one for this kind of summer themed makeup. I do have their highlight version of that as well. This one doesn't have SPF in it, but it is really pretty for summer. This is a nice, really like almost just glossy highlight. So I think I am going to pull this one out as well. And I'm going to skip contour for this. I mainly just want this to be a nice like warm, bronzy look. So I don't think I'll need contour today. So this is my powder, cheek, and then face powder drawer. I am going to use a face powder just because I do feel like in the summer I tend to get a little shiny. I feel like this is one that I don't use. Hello, you can see me. I feel like this is one that I don't use very often, this E.L.F. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. I don't really feel like any of these powders are specifically geared towards summer, so any of them could work for this video, but I think I'm going to grab this one just because I feel like it's not been getting enough love lately. And I think I'm just going to stick to cream cheek products for this video, so I won't need to grab any of these powder products. All right, so now for the lip drawer. Ooh, definitely feeling like a fun summer lip. This is a mess. What is happening here? One of my favorite summer lip colors is this Physicians Formula Healthy Lip in Tulip Treatment. It's like a watermelon red. So I think I'm gonna grab this one and kind of base the look off of this lip. Sometimes I like to grab a few options for the lip, but I don't think I need to this time around because I just know that I want to use this one. All right, so my last two drawers have eyeshadow palettes in them. This top one is more like high-end brands, and then the bottom drawer is some drugstore brands, and then some other random stuff as well. Oh, good lord, this is what I don't like about these drawers. What do I want to do for the eyes? I feel like a good summer eyeshadow palette is this Flower Jungle Lights. These are all like cream foiled shadows. So I'm thinking maybe like a one and done shadow look using this, maybe like that coral or the gold. Yeah, I think that would be really pretty. So let's grab this, and I think, honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Keep it pretty simple, because like, I don't know, with summer makeup, I do like to just kind of keep it simple. So I think that's it for the products that I wanna use. It's a lot fewer products than I normally pick out, but I think that's kind of, for me, that's what I like to go for with summer makeup. So let's go ahead and put these on my face. All right, let's do this. So I am gonna actually reapply my sunscreen real quick because it has been several hours since I initially applied my sunscreen this morning. But this is the MD Solar Sciences Mineral Tinted Cream with SPF 30. I received this in PR via Octoly, along with their Mineral Cream SPF 50, the non-tinted. These are okay. They're very similar. They both have a very matte finish. I feel like these are kind of like a slightly nicer version of the Bare Republic sunscreens. They have like a tinted and an untinted matte face sunscreen that I've had in the past. This is like, I like this better than that because it doesn't feel like it dries down to like a powdery finish per se. It has more of like a silicone matte feel. So anyway, this is the tinted one. It's all right. I'm not in love. Like, I feel like for the price, it's probably not something I'd buy with my own money, but that's what I'm wearing on my face today, in case you were wondering. The mineral cream, the non-tinted one with SPF 50, it feels almost identical to the tinted one. It just doesn't have a tint, but it doesn't really have that much of a white cast, at least on my skin tone. They also sent me their MD Restore Eye Gel for day and night. This does not have SPF in it. It's just kind of like an eye cream that has like caffeine in it, so I might apply a little bit of that just because I feel like it does give a nice base for makeup products. Alright, so now that sunscreen's had a few minutes to kind of sink in, I am gonna go in with the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. I have the shade Fair. I like to make sure that I shake this up really well. It's just because sometimes the consistency can get a little weird, but I find that shaking it really helps. I would describe this as a light coverage foundation. It's not quite sheer enough to be considered a skin tint in my opinion, but it is just a nice like lightweight foundation. And I'm gonna blend that in with a sponge. This is actually the BK Beauty sponge. They sent over a bunch of their brushes and this sponge, and I've really been enjoying everything from them so far, but this is a nice little sponge. Heidi is out in the hallway meowing with her toy. And I really like something like coverage like this for the summer because it doesn't look like a thick layer of foundation. It doesn't really look like foundation at all. It gives my skin a little bit of coverage and just kind of evens everything out, and then it wears well throughout the day. Like, it doesn't start to like get all separated and weird like a foundation might if you're like out in the heat. It's just very easy. Like, I don't have to worry about how it looks as the day goes on. Like, it just kind of looks like skin. I really like that. So next for concealer, this E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer is such a good one. I have the shade Light Ivory in this, and this definitely has good coverage, which I do like for my under eyes. I feel like less is more. Like, I might sometimes apply a little bit more than that, but I just like to apply like 2 little dots of it, and I feel like that's plenty. And that way, again, in the summer heat, it doesn't look too heavy or weird. So there's that with just, you know, a little bit. Sometimes I might apply more if I want more coverage, but I'm not really going for coverage today. So next, for bronzer, we're gonna go in with the Soul Body Bronzing Balm. I have the shade Fair, and this is definitely a pretty warm toned bronzer, but I'm actually kind of into that for the summertime. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 101 brush for this. It's kind of like this dense, angled face brush. Could work for foundation, but I like it for cream bronzer too, so I'm just taking like 2 little dabs of that and just gonna stipple that on. A little bit across my nose. If you're in the market for a good cream bronzer, I really recommend this one. They seem to have a nice shade range. I think this is the lightest shade, but it's this really nice, just like buttery texture. It's so easy to use. It just kind of melts into your skin, and it comes with a ton of product, so you get a pretty good bang for your buck there. All right, next for this cream blush from All Good. This is their Get Glowing Lip and Cheek Tint in the shade Coral. It smells good. I don't know quite what it smells like. It kind of smells like a fruit compote. That's a weird thing to say, but that's kind of what it smells like. And I just like to apply this with my fingers, honestly. Honestly, that's kind of how I like to apply a lot of makeup in the summertime. I'm gonna tap around the edges of that with my sponge. So there's that blush. Kind of does like mimic the look of a slight sunburn or sun-kissed glow. I'm just gonna tap some of that highlighter on. This is the shade Shimmer, is what it's called. And you'll see how this is just a very like glossy, dewy, almost sweaty highlighter. Just a really pretty kind of glossy sheen. Same brush I used for bronzer and just kind of go over that. I haven't added any product to it, but I just want to kind of mesh it all together. I'm gonna need just a tiny bit more concealer like on my inner corner there. Alright, now for that E.L.F. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder, I'm just going to set my under eyes and kind of like mainly the T-zone of my face. Just kind of lock everything in. Alright, moving on to the eyes, I am just going to prime my lids with this CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer. And I usually find that like one applicator's worth of this is enough for both eyes. I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows before I move on to eyeshadow. Alright, so moving into this eyeshadow palette from Flower Beauty, I'm trying to decide which of these colors is going to look best with like this kind of warm bronzy look and also with that red lip. I feel like I could either go gold or coral. I think I'm just going to go straight into this coral. I think that's what I'm feeling right now. That is the shade Tiger Lily. Beautiful. It's like metallic coral. This is such a nice palette if you're into kind of like one and done foiled shadows. All of these shades make a beautiful one and done look. You can also use more than one at a time, but I just really like it for just like simple one shadow looks. Oh, look at that. Look how foiled that is. It is just intense. I'm going to try not to get too messy. It's usually my problem when I'm using my finger to apply things. And I'm just applying that all over the lid from like inner to outer corner. Now I definitely need to kind of blend out that edge a little bit. I'm just going to take this Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. It's like a very dense domed crease brush. So I am going to take a little bit of this really light gold shade called Paradise on my inner corner. Just going to tap that right there. I just think these are the perfect shadows for whenever you're feeling kind of lazy, like you don't want to do a super complicated look, but you still want to do something kind of interesting and that pops. That's what this is for. I think I am going to wear this blue eyeliner as well. Might as well, right? When I think summer makeup, my mind definitely goes to colorful makeup. Like a light fresh base and then colorful eyeshadow. I think that's just the perfect summer look. So yeah, let's just do it. This is, I didn't even say, this is the Wet n Wild Megaliner in Voltage Blue. It's in my project pan currently. And I love this color. Alright, that was a good choice. I think that looks really fun. I feel like I need more blush though, but the problem is I already put on powder and so I don't want to go back in with the cream because that could sort of mess with the base. So I'm going to grab another powder blush because I just feel like we need more. Alright, I think I'm going to do a combo of these two blushes from the Aether Amber Cheek Palette. Alright, that's much better. So next for mascara, I'm just going to do the ABH Lash Brag on the top lashes and the Undone Indie Lash on the bottom. That's been my lash combo for the last couple months. Actually, you know what? I think I decided to leave the lower lashes bare just because, I don't know, I just feel like leaving the eyes nice and open. I don't even have any shadow on my lower lash line. It just gives it a nice, like, fresh, summery look. Now for this fun lip, I love this color. I'm going to have to find a dupe for this when this inevitably either runs out or expires, just because I don't purchase from Physicians Formula anymore, but I love this color. Quick brow gel, almost forgot. This is the Jordana Feather Brow. Alright, well, there's the finished look. I love it. I really like the combination of the coral and the blue on the eyes. I think that's just so pretty. It really matches these earrings. That wasn't even intentional, but worked out well. Such a fun palette for summer, definitely gonna be reaching into this more. And yeah, really happy with how the base turned out as well. That CoverGirl Skin Milk, while the name kind of grosses me out, it is a really, really beautiful foundation for the summertime. I was kind of going back and forth with this one when I first tried it out. I think I first tried it out last fall. So, you know, it's a different time of year, but for some reason it's really working for me now. So I'm very happy with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Shop My Stash. I like to do these about once a month, so definitely make sure to subscribe to my channel if you've not already. I have a whole playlist of this type of video that I've done on my channel for many months now, so I will leave that link down below if you want to watch more videos like this. But otherwise, hopefully I'll talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye.